Hey everyone, I think I'll bang out another lion. I want to make sure that I'm getting out there. Alright, smaller bags for Red Lion Book 4. Previously finished Yellow Lion, Blue Lion, and the Black Lion. So yeah, smaller books for these two lions. The arms. Yeah, only 2 bags too. Alright, let's not get too far ahead of myself. Ooh! Everyone excited for the announcement for the International Space Station? I am. 99 bucks, not a bad price, Canadian. You have to forgive me, I'm still sucking down Hall's lozenges. Let's see, we go bags. Ooh, don't go too far. So that Black Lion, big, bulky, ugly. Understandable though, since it's the most of the body for this build. I will try not to cough in your ears. Ooh, nice. I like that joint. I will need to buy more of those. Spread these out a little more. If you join, come say hi. I don't bite much at all. Trying to build more, maybe build more online, I don't know. Sometimes I'll have audio off and screen off, this way you're not seeing what's behind me, which is basically part of my living room and part of my kitchen. That's the only reason you don't see what's behind me. It's green screened out. Dark grays. Let's see, and that's my time. And after Voltron, I gotta decide what to build next. Maybe I'll put up another poll. You guys voted for Voltron. Maybe you guys would like to vote for my next one too. I do intend to order that space station right away, but I have no intention of building it right away, because when I do get around to building that, I want to basically do like a month of the space themes, the Apollo rocket and the lander, 1 or 2 other space type sets I've got. Just seems like it'd be a great way to display them, have them all together. Like right now I'm trying to do all these robots and mech type things. Just seems to be a little easier for me to do them in group themes. put this where I can see it. There we go. I don't do too many midweek builds, but the girls are out, and I wanted to put a dent in this tonight. But I could potentially even finish it tonight, maybe, depending on how long it takes to do these two lines. Hope my color isn't too bad tonight. The red looks a little oversaturated again. I'm afraid to mess with it live though. System runs at about 70%, but if I start mucking with it, it jumps up to 100 really fast. A little bit overburdening, or this, boy, that's not even right. System is a little bit overburdened if I push it while I'm streaming, which is pretty much doing anything other than the actual recording I figured out. I can't even run another web browser on that machine, even though I got the two screens. I mean, that could be a problem too. Maybe disable one screen and then run the browser, but browsers just kill it for me. That's why I fire it up on the phone separately. No hit on the little laptop that could. Okay, so this is another stacked build here. Boom. Doesn't look like much yet, does it? Very thin book, this one. Might do a build Thursday night since I don't work Friday. Single studs there. Yeah. Well, do I sound much better? I'm still a little bit in a fog, but I'm taking a lot less medicine now. I'm on a lot more antihistamines and allergy stuff to dry me out. A lot less coughing, a lot less hacking that way. But my head is still in like a semi-permanent fog. Still weak as a kitten. Only did a partial day at work today. Mostly because of training I was doing. But yeah, I'm definitely making my comeback slowly. And since it's Wednesday night and the girls are at Scouts for a couple hours and apparently food shopping afterwards, figured I should be able to do one line, if not two of them. I'm in no rush to do them both, but it wouldn't suck if I finished them both. And they sound okay. Well, that's great. Other than the hiss of the beat up laptops. Sounds like my bicycle tire leaking air. I don't notice it, but only when I play back the recording. And I don't know if I said this before, but really the only reason I do the live stream is I'll take this and I speed up this footage for my time lapse. So is it dinner time out there in the prairies? Oh yeah, see, Scouting Tuesdays and Wednesdays. In Toronto, Tuesdays was Boy Scouts and Wednesdays were Girl Scouts nights. That was my experience when I was growing up. Not that my sister went, she couldn't be bothered. But, oh man, I love being a Cub Scout. Really good program. So I might be buying a PC soon. I keep debating it back and forth. Because if I buy the PC, I can bury her laptop. I shouldn't bury her laptop. Move her laptop, put the PC under the desk, and use large quiet fans or possibly even water cooling so I can have a silent running PC. Steal one of my daughter's fancy NVIDIA cards. She got 2 dual cards, and trust me, she doesn't need either of them. They were hand-me-downs from a friend. Brainstorm Cub Cars tonight. What's Cub Cars? I'm not familiar with what that is. Unless it's making those derby cars. I could buy an all-in-one PC. I just hate not knowing truly what's inside, even though they'll tell you the specs. You don't know until you open it, and if you open it, half the time you avoid the warranties. But I can absolutely get by with one. It doesn't even have to be a big hard drive. It doesn't even have to be an SSD. I don't like sitting at the desk to use a computer. I'm only using it as a method of recording what I do. So I don't need too much. The problem with the laptop is everything is so confined, like our cell phones. It runs hot, so the fans instantly spin up. Zzz. I've actually thought about cooling the laptop a little. Raise it up, stick a large fan, maybe a 160 or something under it. But I don't know. So many ideas. As it is, I just ordered 2 cell phone batteries. One for my iPhone 7, one for my wife's iPhone SE. Just because we were shopping, and it's like, if I get a new phone, I want to get the big expensive one. And right now that's $1,500, closer to $2,000, which is kind of ridiculous. So, since I'm still actually very happy with my phone, it's just the battery after 3 years is kind of not so great. I figure I did my iPhone 4 way back in the day. I did the battery replacement myself. And I went online, spent an hour looking at videos and stuff. It doesn't look much harder. So I went on Amazon and ordered replacement battery kits, which is the battery and the tools you need and the puller. And I'm going to do, with any luck, both phones this weekend for under $50 and refresh the batteries, presumably with brand new components, according to Amazon. If not, they're going back. So that'll be a surprise for my wife. Yeah, the little derby cars. Okay, wow, yeah, that's fun stuff. My wife loves her SE, and I'll tell you the truth. My iPhone 4 to me was still the perfect phone. It was big enough for what I wanted to do. It was small enough that I could put it in my gear and go bike riding, and I wasn't worried about it because it wasn't big and clunky. I fought getting a new phone, kicking and screaming as much as possible. But when the radios in the cell phone, when it started getting really bad with reception and making calls and stuff, like the phone was acting up, me swapping out the battery, that's one thing. But when the other components started going, it's like, I was looking for an excuse because, the newest phones are always so sweet. But, having gone an extra year or whatever on the 4, it was like, okay, I deserve a new phone. I went the extra distance. I want a new phone. So at the time I got the 7. And the time I got it, it was, I guess, the latest, greatest. But now I'm looking at, was it the 11 Max Pro something? What a sweet looking phone. But, if I buy that for myself, I could buy it outright, or I could buy it on credit card, or I could buy it on a 2-year. And no matter what, it hurts. If I buy it outright, that's $2,000 gone. If I Buy it on the credit card. Well, you know, you either got to pay down at the end of the month or pay it down over whatever period of time. It's like, that's still going to hurt. Buying on a plan, you know, that's 60, 80 bucks a month on the plan if you do 0 down, I think. So I figure for 50 bucks, I'm going to attempt to do the battery thing. I'm going to back up the phones. I mean, they're backed up all the time anyway, but I'm going to do an active backup tomorrow night, probably. And I give it a shot. What's worse that can happen? I kill the phones. We get new phones anyway. I mean, my wife's phone's the oldest. She's gone the longest on the oldest tech. She absolutely deserves a new one. Not that she cares about any new functions or features. She doesn't even care about the cameras because, frankly, she takes lousy pictures no matter what. A better camera is not going to save her because she's kind of horrible. I've tried to teach her how to take the best shots possible with that particular phone because it's actually quite capable if you understand how to use it. But yeah, that's been a lost cause for a while. So let's see. So you've been rocking an iPhone 5, yeah, about 5 years old. Well, and the battery only lasts half a day now. Are you still getting updates on that phone? I know my wife still gets updates on her 5SE. I've been told not to call it 5SE. It's SE. To me, it's a 5. Okay, hello. This is not clear to me, so I'm just going to put this through and see what happens. Oh, yeah. So I'm making a double joint. Alright. I got it. Yeah, I mean, I could kill my wife sometimes. So I needed her to take a picture of something when she was shopping, and the picture she sends me back in perfect lighting too, like, you know, Walmart kind of lighting, good enough to take a picture. And it looked like ghosts had invaded. It was all super blurry. And I tried to listen. I told her, you know, you hold it and make sure your fingers are out of the way. You know, stay still, have some decent lighting. You know, and use your thumb, center it, make it a little square, focus. Stay still, even hold your breath so you're not breathing, and just snap the picture. You know, when I want to take a super nice picture, I'll use my watch and I'll sit there and tap the watch so I'm not even touching the phone and there's no vibrations on the phone. I mean, which technically she could do. She's got not an Apple Watch, she's got a different watch, but she could do that. But you know what, I'm not about to teach her how to do that just because, well, that's just one more thing to complicate life, isn't it? Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Love the first movie. Not a big fan of the sequel. I think that was one of the first times where I realized sequels suck. I shouldn't say suck. It wasn't a horrible movie. Just felt like the cash grab that it was. If you get a chance on Netflix, people watch the movies that made us. And they got one episode on Ghostbusters, and you'll listen to Dan Aykroyd talk about the origins of what he wrote as the original Ghostbusters, and it is so different from point A to point B to where we end up with the final movie. In a good way, because I don't know if the original scripts would have created such a memorable movie. The original sequel to the original movie wasn't bad, but that all female cast movie 2-3 years ago, I'm sorry. It's not a sexist thing. It's a weak story thing. If they would have tied it up better, because frankly, I like pretty much everyone who was in that movie. Lemonade. For those who don't want lemonade. So it looks like we definitely got a 15 to 20 second time delay from what I'm broadcasting and what I'm seeing come back at me. Which is okay. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Ray Parker Jr. The only song I can remember that guy even doing. Fortunately for him, it was a hit. Another one of those. Building anything tonight? Just chilling, watching TV, and spend time with the kid. I might make a video me doing the battery swaps. I'd still post it all bricks count. It'd be a little weird, but my channel, my page, my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, I'll do whatever I want. Lots of mail coming in the next few days. Oh yeah. So you don't have them yet? Okay. Yeah, it's not like I put. I didn't have Ange put the. What do you call that? You know, tracking or anything. I mean, cheap shipping. And like I said, if you like them, great, and if you don't, you get to, you know, put them on your car bumper or something. But if you use them, I want to see you use them. I want to see that thing all deckled up. I'm hoping I get my packages Friday. I got some stuff coming in, some parts. A couple of sets. We're missing some things, and I got about 3 orders of parts coming in that should fix them all. Alright, that's looking good. Studs. Ooh. Don't like that so far. Hope that gets tighter. Just touching it, it fell apart. Okay, turn around, inverted slopes. One thing I'm liking about this build, 95% of it is very standardized parts. So I'd love to redo this, but in some other color schemes other than the rainbow bright, you know, rainbow attack scheme. Military green or military gray. How cool would that be? Ah, you're like a little school kid. You're all giddy. Did we not fill this in earlier? Nope. Gonna cover it up. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Have you seen that guy in some of our Lego groups? Oh, geez, I want to say it's BWBMT or something. Who makes all the Lego Transformers? When he was at our Lego show in Toronto in the summer, and I got to see them up close. Like, the guy's really good. I mean, to me, 80% of his builds are the same underlying structure, and that's okay. He's basically swapping out to make the look, but the guy is really talented. He's done some nice stuff. Oh, we get a tile, huh? Oh, I gotta put it on that. Ooh, all right. Oh, number 2, huh? I do hate stickers. It was only 5. Couldn't they have done something about this? Alright, number 2 with this orientation. This is a little tricky. I should have picked it up from the other side, so I can guarantee equal spacing on the bottom. But what are you going to do? No, I'm not liking that. I don't want that to touch down. I should have touched down. Oh good, didn't adhere. I like that. I'll take that. That looks good. Take it off so I can. Looks pretty good to me. My super secret sticker technique. Patent pending. Oh, the Republic gunship. Yes. Very nice set. That's a very nice set. That goes here. Duh. Back on here. Did that row here in 30. Orange plate. Tile. Tile. Sticker. The gunship, yeah, that one might be tricky. If it doesn't fit straight, you might be able to get creative and turn it on one or two of its axis on an angle, make it like an attack vector or something, and make it all fit that way. Some creative geometry. I don't know how many times to get certain sets to fit. I've had to come up with a whacked out, stands. I mean, look, I got one here. That's one of my stands from. Oh God. Oh, this one was from one of my attack planes. Non-Lego. Probably Jingbao, the Warthog. I've since got it set and flat in the stand now, but I needed to get it to fit a certain way, so I built that stand and put it up on a 30 degree. It made a big difference trying to get it into a 16-inch deep display cabinet when you've got 24-inch wide wings. Putting on the 30 degrees really helped. Ba-ba-ba. Sorry, I'm just scrolling here. Ride in Lanuette? Who's that? Someone join? Alright, so that's the end of step 32. And that's halfway through this book. So these are definitely quicker builds, because I've never been accused of doing anything fast. Alright, and this looks like a double joint. Ooh, nice and stiff. And these are arms anyway, so it looks like they'll be okay. And what we got? Tail here. One gray ingot. Aha! Did I miss a tile? I missed the tile. I missed the tile. Well, I'll put the tail on first. There, there's the tail. That white piece, I bet would have fit that gap. It did fit the gap. I messed up. Easy fix. Because there's the gap. And why? Why would you put a smooth tile there when you could have had more contacts with studs? It doesn't seem smart. Lego. Lego. Let's carefully put our blade away. Alright, bag 13, so that's an extra joint part for another time. 13, folks. Lucky 13. You know what I hate about sucking on a cough lozenge? It gives you gas. I burp like crazy. Not that I need the help, but... Tuck those away. Only one sticker left. I think I might buy a new iPad just so I can have a big screen that's not attached to the computer, as opposed to a 4.7-inch iPhone, which isn't that far away. People see it in that screen there. I gotta get out of the habit of pointing at weird stuff. Looks like I'm pointing at nothing. And so it begins. It's warm today here. I hate the winter. Temperature going up and down and up and down. That's why everyone gets so sick. Now everyone's afraid of Chinese pneumonia. Oh, see? Why is that not fitting? Why isn't that not fitting? Fitting. Oh, because I put it on wrong. Dum dum. Any suggestions for my next build? Not spaceships. Because chances are I'm going to put it out in the pool. I put that on wrong again. This feels wrong. Maybe we should go like this. Okay, I am just messing everything up about this build. One there. Is this kind of right? I'm hoping. No, the Ninjago set lost in the poll, so I didn't get to build it. Voltron won. I had to honor the poll, or no one's going to vote on them. Yeah, it is. It's a gigantic mech. Big tractor wheel. I'm still excited to build it. And there's, I guess, no real reason I can't build it next. I am just messing up here. See, I can't be right. Now I know I've done something wrong. Okay. Do over. Do over. Something's just not right. So I'm just gonna start afresh because apparently I can't follow instructions. I blame the internet. The internet is distracting. So, uno, dos, and only this is going here with 3 across. And then there we go. Sometimes it's what it takes. You gotta start over. The fire mech is pretty cool. I'm not a Ninjago guy at all, I'm the first to admit it, but some of these big mechs they've got in that series are just wicked. Just wicked. I mean, as much as I like to cry about how the classic space was so cool and stuff, if I was a kid today, faced with today's sets, man, it'd be tough. We were lucky we didn't have a lot of choice. I mean, I think I would still like classic space, but kids today, so many choices. One of the Lego groups I'm in, I complained about Brick Brothers reviews, them getting the sets even before release date and having it built and reviewed. And I don't care what anyone says. You value something different when you don't pay for it. And I want to know what the value of the set is. I mean, honestly, what do any of us really want from a Lego review? We want to see lots of pictures so we can make up our own mind. We're either going to buy it or we're not. I've never not bought a set because someone said it was bad, and I've never bought a set because someone said it was good. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah. When it comes to Lego reviews, I want to see the pretty pictures. I go gaga over the pictures. Now, if the pictures are early, great. But I don't really need to hear them talk, or their theories, or what they liked or didn't like about it. Honestly, I really don't. But I can never... I gotta build this twice. I don't put a lot of stock in someone else's opinion on a toy that I'm already interested in. I don't need really anyone's help in determining what a cool toy is. I know I would definitely like the toys better if they were free. But I've definitely bought some stinkers. And even half price, they're still stinkers sometimes. It's just the way it is. And, you know, someone could say, well, if you maybe paid attention to more reviews, you wouldn't have bought them. No. No, I don't believe that at all. I'm perfectly capable of being led to water and not drinking. Perfectly capable. I'm not one to be led. I can make all my own mistakes on my own. Just fine. Without being bullied or pushed into something. Something don't look right. Did I duplicate a step? Maybe. It's quite possible. Well, it's no good if you agree with everything I say. Okay, these ones are pretty good. Better than on that first line. That first line, all those round tiles are printed cockeyed. These are pretty good. They're centered nice. Okay, that looks like I got two of them. Alright, so that can be one leg here. Now, why would they do that? You got a ball joint. And you had the opportunity to put some flex, and what a missed opportunity. Instead they're just using it like an axle. Yes, there's resistance, and that's nice. You know, lots of resistance. But you had, if I can pop it out, you got a joint here, here. So you had an opportunity to have more posability, potentially. Well, you know, that's a design compromise. They had a reason, I'm sure. And I gotta build the other side now. This looks like it's too long, maybe. No? Nope. Gotta find the charger. That's another thing. I've got iPhone cables everywhere. Like every 5 feet in here, I can hook up a lightning cable to my phones. Under the couches, under the chair, under the lounger chair, everywhere you can think of. Every table, there is an iPhone cable. And a bunch of extras in the car, and geez, I bet you I got some close here too. I know I'm supposed to have like a crap load of cables. Trust me, they're here. I've got a whole bunch. Oh yeah. Let's see. So at any one time, I've got, you know, all these cables. These are great cables. These are AliExpress, you know, like $1.50 a cable. Metal housings, they're great. It's very satisfying click, work both ways. But we do abuse the cables in this house. So we got 3 people. Then I got a million of these things hanging around. Look at them, perfect, right? And then I've got all kinds of these warts everywhere. Right here at Building Central. My wife knows where they are. My daughter knows where they are. And I tell them, don't go anywhere without having cable. I don't want to ever hear, oh, my phone was dead. It's, you know, modern living. There's no excuse. I always laugh when people say my phone is dead. I mean, if you're out driving all day, or no, say bike riding all day, I get that. But even if you're out on your bike, you know, I got 2 solar packs here somewhere, and they're only this big. Granted, they were kind of crappy. They were really disappointing, not nearly as good as advertised. I've still got to research something better, 'cause my wife's going to want something when the scouts go to the UK. So I'm probably going to get them something that unfolds. It's probably the size of 3 iPads unfolded. Solar pack you put on the back of your backpack. Hook up a wire and passively collect light. I'm not sure what the sun's going to be like for them at that time of the year when they're going in the UK. Because it always seems like it's either cloud cover or rain, but I'm going to see what I can figure out for them. Help. My wrist is sore. Don't know why. There's one. I gotta build another one. Interesting. Today I completed my first step in Lean Sigma training for business efficiencies. I got my white belt. 4 more belts to go. Don't know when I'll be starting the program to do the next belt. Looks good on the resume though. I'll frame my certificate. What did I do wrong? That's not the right part. Partner. And the winch. Ouch. I need one more round tile. Alright, so now so 4 legs. Not bad. Looks like you can do the flying position a little better. Just notice shorter tails than the other ones. This looks like a rotisserie pig. Put it on a spick Run some Greek music in the background. Opa! But there we go. A lot of flexibility there. Cool. So legs are on. Step 52. We're making some feet. Gotta get the right pieces here. Okay, so these are not going to be the most stable feet I can see. That's one. Well, actually, I can't complain. That's not a bad build. And I see the instructions for both are basically the same. So I'm just going to indiscriminately build both. And then figure it out. Alright, that's 4 really ugly feet. I'm not even kidding. I had my daughter grab her black line to compare it to my black line. Wow, what a difference. And I thought hers created a big toy. So anyone who believes size matters, they'll probably like where this ends up. Pretty slick. Pretty flexible. Alright, let's build something here. Is this the head? I want head. I want the head. How about that? Nice thing, corrected. Oh, I did it wrong. See, I don't follow instructions. I'm a Lego failure. Have a shiny nose. Okay. We're going to assume I'm doing something right there. Excuse me. 3. Now it's solid. White. Gray. And then another one. Doot, doot, doot. A doot, 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 doot. Reds. Put some red brackets on. Jumpers. Unos, dos jumpers. Actually, I need 5. I need 5 jumpers. Okay. Alrighty, where are we now? Ooh, look at these nice silver bits. Chrome. Yeah, well, I like those. Those are nice. Let's see. One and an ingot. Okay, so there's the head so far. And they want me to build whatever this is. That goes on the side of the face. Where are we at here? Where are we at? Boom. Boom. Boom chakalaka. I missed a step in that other one, didn't I? See, sometimes only when you look at the next step you realize, oh, you messed up. And then here, I've got one up there. Doing them out of order again. One stud there, one stud here. Oh, good. I was about to say that ain't gonna work. Here we go. Red. Red. Oh, I like that. That's pretty slick for the red line. Those are extras. Aw, see? They did it again. They could have had some more flexibility with the neck. Heck, if I just didn't put that piece in, yeah, oh man, that could be improved. That could be improved. You don't need two of those joints to make it strong enough to hold up. I know what they did and why, but red lion. Pretty slick. These look like my extra bits. Red lion. Decision time. Do I finish? I probably should finish. I got a feeling I'm going to be interrupted any minute. Thanks for hanging with me. I think we'll call it a night. We got something accomplished. Another 20%. Oh look, he's got two wee-wees. Made for kids, folks. My videos are made for kids now. Definitely got more flexibility than the other ones. Right here. End it like that. so it ends up in the video. Back and forth. It's like a shell game. I'm just going to keep moving them around until I get something I like. It's mostly because of my really bright lights. But yeah, I think we're going to call it. Let's see if we can do one more maybe tomorrow night. Thursday night, folks. We'll get this done. That's the goal. We got, look at 1 hour even. That's a good cutoff time. Thanks for joining me on Book 4, Red Lion. We are done. Peace. And I can't see where my mouse is. And we're